Dysfunctionality of Christianity. Christian funerals are full of religious hype and verbal hoopla. Not too long ago, I observed several dysfunctionalities at a recent funeral. My ruach, or spirit, was already enlightened, but the enlightenment was brighter than ever. Here are the qualifying dysfunctional acts. 1. The funeral was held in a traditional Christian church. 2. People often told falsehoods at the funeral. 3. Typical ranting and raving over a corpse. 4. The eulogizer spoke nothing but empty words, no substance whatsoever. My list could extend further, but I will only address the above for simplicity.
A pillar of salt, a warning cry, frozen in shame while the Shamayim sighed. She heard the voice, but didn't believe. Now forever stands where no soul leaves. How many today still linger near, half in truth and half in fear, but judgment falls on those who wait.
1. A house of worship is strictly for worship of your God. In this case, the Christian God of the Bible. Since the Bible is the standard for Christianity, Christians are the foremost violators of the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible is a corpse to be inside a house of worship. Nowhere. A corpse inside a so-called house of worship is Christian dysfunctionality. Yahushua clearly said the dead are supposed to bury the dead. He made that statement after a man said he would follow him after he buried his father. The interpretation is clear. The reign of Elohim is far more pressing than displaying a corpse to mourn over. Lucas 9:60, Matthew 8:22. That's the Gospel of Luke and Matthew in the KJV.
Tomorrow may just be too late. Oh, Yasharal, don't play with fire. Don't mix the Torah with your desire. When he calls you out, don't look behind. Escape the wrath and let him.
2. Lie after lie and falsehood after falsehood were spoken on behalf of the corpse. Scripture is clear on glorifying, talking about, and touching a corpse. Wayikra 21, Bimidbar 19, Devarim 18:10. That's the books of Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Statements were made about the corpse that required first-hand accounts and eyewitnesses. The letters that were self-serving, biased, and without proof were read on behalf of the corpse. The spirit of death always consumes these gatherings, and the lost sheep are quickly sucked into another dysfunctional Christian practice.
Remember Lot's wife, don't turn around. This world's on fire, don't be burned down. When Yahweh says run, don't delay.
3. Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy addressed the ranting and raving over a casket with a corpse inside. Ceremonial laws and commandments of the Most High forbid touching and speaking about a corpse. Christians who carry on in such a manner are the express fulfillment of the Hebrew prophet Hosea when he said,
"My people have perished for the lack of knowledge, because you have rejected knowledge. I reject you from being priests for me. Since you have forgotten the Torah of your Elohim, I also forget your children."
Hosea 4:6 is repeatedly being used by the ignorance of Christians because the prophet Hosea was not speaking to the religion of Christianity, but instead to the chosen people of the Most High, as Christianity did not exist during that time frame. The entire book of Hosea is an analogy, analysis, and comparison of the Most High's relationship with his chosen people, the Hebrews, and their backslidden state of idol worship and forsaking of his laws and commandments.
Don't long for things he throws away. Remember Lot's wife, don't lose your crown.
Like most preachers who eulogize an individual, the so-called deacon had zero substance to his talk. First, like most eulogizers, he violated the laws and commandments of the Most High by remembering the lost and her human contributions. Secondly, he regurgitated a biblical account involving Lazarus and the rich man. In the end, the eulogizer was not even ordained as a messenger of the Most High. He was thoroughly unqualified for the event. But this is typical of Christianity. Do what the people desire, not what the will of the Most High is, as revealed in his laws and commandments and Torah. In summary, the Most High has forgotten Christianity because Christianity has rejected the knowledge of his laws and commandments. The so-called preachers, prophets, and whatnot have no revelation and no substance of truth. Therefore, the Most High has forgotten their children, the descendants of the ancients who turned their backs on him. Christianity will never be salty enough to bring about a righteous change on the earth. Christian churches are modernized with computer technology, Gentleman Quarterly or GQ competitive dressing, worldly overtone in their songs involving the electric slide and whatnot. Almost like a club gathering, except that most of the participants are sitting. A certain ambience in Christian church buildings invokes acceptance and separation from the world. Leaders occasionally coach everyone to stand and get their praise on. This type of religious fervor has proven to be without real measurable effect on lifting lives out of the gutter of the brainwashed world. Instead, their mentality is that they are highly favored, effectively giving them a perspective of being better than the average person. May the Most High have mercy on the lost tribe of Israel and save his remnant. H.S. Yaakov, his bondservant and watchman. I am a messenger of the Most High, Elohim Yah. I am a sower of the only seed of Yahuwah. I do not have a church building, choir, or Sunday services, but I have his word deep in my spirit. I am not ashamed or fearful of spreading the truth of the Most High. I do not fear man or what man can do. I fear him who is able to cast both body and soul into hell. I do not follow man. I cannot be converted to any other belief system. I have been through hell and high water for over 50 plus years, and I stand firm as his messenger.
Warning, this world will fall. Run from the system. Don't delay. Time is short. Choose life today. Remember Lot's wife. Don't lose your soul. Obedience leads to eternal shalom.
This is H.S. Yaakov, his bondservant and watchman. Shalom wa barawak akwa akwath. Always to the esteem of the Most High Elohim Yah.